Riley.
Hey, we are thrilled to introduce Dark Fusion, the result of years of dedication and collaboration between myself and the brilliant team led by Dominik Bojkovic, co-founder of Dark Fusion Technologies. Dark Fusion is our solution to the fundamental flaws of traditional blockchains, and it will revolutionize the gaming, fintech, and traditional blockchain services industries. With Dark Fusion, we have addressed the inherent flaws of layer 1 blockchains. These traditional blockchains often face compliance challenges, scalability limitations, and issues with speed and cost. However, we have developed a proprietary smart contract language and protocol that empowers us to overcome these obstacles. This remarkable accomplishment sets us apart as one of the industry pioneers, possibly the first, to successfully tokenize assets on layer 2. So what does this mean for gaming, fintech, and traditional blockchain services? It means a paradigm shift in how these industries operate. In gaming, we are empowering users to tokenize their in-game assets, granting them true ownership and the ability to unlock their value. In the financial industries, we're pioneering as the first decentralized layer 2 exchange, providing lightning-fast, secure, and cost-effective transaction. In traditional blockchain services, we are setting up a new standard by creating a new blockchain standard with Web 5. But here's the most exciting part. We want you, our community, to be a part of this groundbreaking journey. We're inviting you, our Vara ambassadors, to the official case study, working hand in hand with us to shape and realize this vision. Together, we will build an ecosystem that drives innovation, fosters collaboration, support, and get ready to embark on this remarkable journey with us.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a special broadcast on my day off Friday with you guys. My name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivey Crypto Academy. I teach crypto education, and one of my main projects that I am invested in is called Vara, and this brought me out of retirement because of the technology. And it's the technology that I want to showcase today with the impending launch of the Vara, not only the Vara wallet that I actually have on my phone now, but the decentralized exchange called Fusion and the liquidity token that's going to be accompanying it called DFT. So go ahead and type your name in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read information for entertainment, training, and educational purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. While you guys are where you're from, at the same time, I want to recognize a couple of things. Number one of our members, Carol, is out of surgery and is on her road to recovery, so we're grateful for that. Another member of our community, Lanu, just laid her father to rest yesterday, so we still have prayers out for peace and understanding for their family, and also for the great state of California that I represent. Senator Dianne Feinstein passed away at the age of 90. So no matter what your political beliefs are, I respect 3 decades of service to our country. So prayers go out to Senator Feinstein and her family as well. So this is Friday. We are coming to the end of September, which for me is the end of the year. I always do my year end at the end of September, and October 1st begins a new year for me. So you're going to see a lot of behavioral changes from me over the next 3 months as I'm getting prepared for 2024. Good Lord, 2024. Man, time is flying by so fast. We are 24 years into the new century. You guys remember 1999? I remember that like it was yesterday. Now we're 24 years in the new century. Almost a quarter of the new century is over with. Wow. So what have you been doing with that time? That means I've been an adult this entire century. What have I been doing with my time? Well, I know I'm on the right path that we're stretching right now. So let me recognize you guys. Let's see. We've got Marnita Casa is on the line. I see Zachary Bamuni, also Mike Nowalski, Daryl Weston. Welcome. See Gina Muhammad, Kenny Taylor. See Mr. Albert, Ermil Kuldekep, Tammy Gully, Lieutenant Stu. What's going on, Stu? Jacqueline Briggs, Ifani Emmanuel. See Nathan Hansberger. Ifani's from Nigeria. All right, welcome from Nigeria. Janelle Appling from Colorado. Facebook user just throwing up a heart. All right. Zachary Bamuni, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Steve Randall from Memphis, Tennessee. Facebook user, hello everyone, and good afternoon, all Facebook user. All right. So let's get into this. I just showed you guys a video of the CEO, Mr. Greg Stevens, talking about dark fusion technology. And I had a high-profile call yesterday with an 8-figure earner last night. And one thing that he was saying as well, that the most difficult is, since I'm in the crypto space, when I hear about this technology, which is what got me out of retirement, I understand it very well, and I understand the timing and positioning. The problem is the average person who is not educated in the space does not have an appreciation of understanding of what we have our hands on. And it was the same thing in the 90s. When we go back to when David Letterman had Bill Gates on talking about the internet, and Bill Gates was trying to explain to David Letterman what the future was going to look like, and David Letterman made fun of him and said that it's not really necessary, but then he admitted, well, I just don't understand. You know, even Warren Buffett says, I don't invest in things I don't understand, which means you're probably going to lose out on fortunes because you don't understand it. Lack of understanding will cost you many opportunities. The main person who was the investor behind the invention of electricity was J.P. Morgan. His father demanded that he not invest in electricity and not put their family name behind it. Now, in hindsight, that's stupid. What do you mean, don't invest in electricity? But at the time, it was a smart, if you're looking to be conservative long term, that was a smart move that his father was telling his son, JP Morgan, to do. JP Morgan said, "Nah, I want to invest in innovation, in new technology. I think that this is going to change the world." And he did it anyway. Him and his father weren't even on speaking terms for a long time because of that. But because he did make that decision, JP Morgan became the richest man on the planet, inventing or investing in electricity. We sit on that forefront right now. Not only as we're talking about blockchain technology, but we're talking about the evolution of blockchain technology. Just because the white paper was written 12 years ago, 13 years ago, that's Bitcoin and its development will stay right there. Are we still trying to use dial-up internet today with AOL? Is it still that if somebody calls your house, if the line is busy, that means you're on the internet? You can't talk to people and be on the internet at the same time? Are we still getting Netflix videos in the mail? No, technology improves. So the great technology of blockchain that was created 13 years ago is going to improve. So I try to break things down in a way that my mom can understand. And sometimes you're going to have a little bit of vision. when things are not clear in front of you, you got to have vision on where this can go. Now, here's what I say for those that still cannot understand what blockchain and crypto is all about. You do understand what the internet did to the world, right? I think we can agree that the invention of the internet changed humanity. We are a connected society today because of the internet. Can you imagine life without the internet? But see, I'm old enough to remember what life was like before the internet. I can survive without the internet. My children can't. That's all they know. My oldest was born in 1998. My youngest in 2007. My youngest didn't even know what a phone jack on the wall was. He was like, "What's that?" He thinks that having a telephone with a cord attached to it is ancient. Hell, I had that when we were children, when I was a kid. So if we can agree that the internet has radically transformed the world, and then if we have evidence of millionaires and billionaires, tech giants who are already saying with fintech that blockchain technology is going to be as big, if not bigger than the internet, then it's safe to say you might want to be involved or invested in anything building in this space. I mean, it's simple common sense to me. Put two and two together. And then if that's that case, then I go further. What businesses is trying to solve a problem that the current version of the blockchain and crypto space has? What is the problem of Bitcoin right now? What's the problem of Ethereum? There's a key words that pop up. Scalability. Bitcoin, that was a problem from day one, which is why they had many different forks. Litecoin popping up was the first. Scalability. The ability to program on top of it wasn't available. The only thing the Bitcoin blockchain could do was record transactions on a ledger. So Ethereum popped up 2014. And Ethereum changed the game. Ethereum allowed businesses to do what they did when the internet first popped up. The World Wide Web. See, in the early days of the World Wide Web, most people were not programmers, didn't know how to make a website. So anybody who had the skills on how to create a website and create some stupid, crazy idea that only looked good on paper, a Fortune 500 company was willing to pay them $50 million for it. Why reinvent the wheel? But that was the wild, wild west. When the dot-com bubble burst, it's only those operations that had real world value that survived. And then every single business, every commercial you saw. I remember when it stopped going from regular commercials to, at the end of every commercial, a website. Visit us on www. whatever. And if you didn't have an internet presence as a business, you were not going to be in business. The internet and e-commerce put malls out of business. Malls are like graveyards now. See, when I was a kid, the mall was everything. Even if we didn't have any money, we were still at the mall. Food court, music shop, and to look at girls. And if we had a couple dollars, maybe we can get some shoes and some Nike gear. But it was a hangout spot. People ain't even using that to hang out because the kids today want to hang out on social media. They have access to more friends and more things than actually going to the mall. So it's changed our habits. So businesses realize that they must have a presence on the internet. Businesses are now realizing that they must have a presence on the blockchain. And Ethereum allowed them to do that. But Ethereum still had problems too. Congestion, transactions per second, cost of fees, and then another big one, the government, where you got the SEC calling anything that's not Bitcoin a security. So if you're a business trying to have a presence on blockchain, you want to tokenize yourself, you want to be able to have a digital footprint, smart contract, be in the metaverse and everything. You're nervous about what blockchain to use. So when I see the problems that's currently plaguing the blockchain space, are there any businesses out there that's attempting to create the solution? Yes, the one I'm talking about right now, Dark Fusion. That is why I am out of retirement. Now let me share screen, and we're going to cover a couple of things here. Let's window. Okay. So let's look at this. All right, good. It's full screen here. So even if you're just now listening to us, or you really haven't really been paying attention, and you've been seeing my posts, and all you see is Starvara, and you see the game, and you're like, yeah, I'm not into gaming and whatnot, blah blah. The game is the carrot. Starvara is only one part of this entire big ecosystem. It's just the first of many. There's 5 more products that I know of that's coming out. But all of that is being powered by this Dark Fusion technology. Multi-layer Bitcoin-based smart contracts. Let me repeat this. Bitcoin-based, not Ethereum, not Solana, Bitcoin-based smart contracts. Scalable dev tools and products for the Lightning Network. So just on this first page here, it's letting me know they solved the problem. The simple contract language is the same version as EVM for the Ethereum language. What program does Ethereum use for smart contracts? It's called EVM. So every time you hear that word EVM, that's what that means. Well, on Bitcoin, these guys created a language called simple contract language for the Bitcoin network. Dark Fusion is the first significant breakthrough in dApp and token development on the Bitcoin network. Okay, another key word here, and understand, I like to read things. I don't just read it. I read to understand. So I read things like a lawyer does. I look at adjectives and things. So what stands out to me here? First significant breakthrough in dApp and token development on the Bitcoin network. Dark Fusion is a product suite consisting of a smart contract modeling language we call simple contract modeling language, designed to function on the Bitcoin protocol via the Lightning Network. Using SCL, we have developed the SCL token standard, simple contract language token standard, like ERC20. It enables developers to quickly deploy tokens on the Bitcoin network, a wallet to manage these tokens. It's not just, people told me months ago, well, when the wallet comes out, then let me know. When this happens, and then I'll pay attention. Really? That's why I've already made 6 figures and you're still looking. We've already got it. We've already done the very first USDT transfer on the Bitcoin blockchain. See, normally USDT is either on ERC20 or Solana or Binance. No. We did it on the Bitcoin network, because on the Bitcoin blockchain, the only thing you can do is Bitcoin. Now we're able to do other tokens on their blockchain. Using SCL, we have developed the SCL standard. It enables development to quickly deploy tokens on the Bitcoin network, a wallet to manage these tokens, a DEX. What does that mean? That means decentralized exchange, enabling users to trade these tokens, and an explorer to easily view and track transactions. All of this on the Bitcoin protocol. Through the development of SCL, we are creating a string of firsts, like a proprietary wallet to transact SCL tokens, a decentralized exchange running on the Bitcoin blockchain, a block explorer to view and track transactions on Dark Fusion, full Lightning-enabled Bitcoin wallet, SCL compatible, integrated decentralized exchange, low-cost transactions. Decentralized exchange, we have used simple contract language to facilitate the creation of a fully decentralized layer 2 exchange. No escrow, instant transactions, that part right there. See, one of the problems with Bitcoin is that it takes 10 minutes on average for a block to be closed. So if you do a transaction, it might take 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or a couple of hours for that transaction to be confirmed. That's not very good if you're trying to do, day-to-day or minute-to-minute transactions at the grocery store somewhere. 7 transactions per second. That, Visa and MasterCard's doing 20,000. And then we've got fees as low as not 2 cents, not $2, but 0.0002 cents. So we solved another problem. Well, this solves 2 more problems here. We solved the speed problem. We have instant transactions, and we solved the fee problem. It's less than half a penny for the transaction. The Fusion Explorer is a blockchain and contract explorer for a simple contract language. Contracts running on Bitcoin. Explore SCL contracts by wallet address. BTC blocks transactions on wallet addresses. And lightning fast and accurate. What does this mean? BTC blocks transactions. How are we able to scale and have instant transactions? Because they figured out through the Lightning Network how to have transactions off of the Bitcoin blockchain, batch all of those transactions together, and then send them as one to the Bitcoin blockchain. But the transaction on the point of sale side has already taken place. It doesn't need to wait to be confirmed on the Bitcoin blockchain, because the Lightning Network with Dark Fusion technology is doing the confirmation and then sending all of those transactions as one transaction. Thus, you're only paying one transaction fee for all of these batched transactions. It's like I explained this the other day for those of you in the inner circle, and it pays to be in my inner circle. It's like driving down the freeway. The Bitcoin blockchain is in the slow lane. Dark Fusion's in the fast lane. Transactions happening instantly. And then once a certain number of transactions have taken place, have been blocked together, they send it over to the slow lane to be confirmed on the Bitcoin blockchain, but it doesn't slow up the network. That's how I got to explain it to my mom. Lightning fast and accurate. Introducing simple contract modeling language. With SCL, we can tokenize assets and smart contract. Tokenize assets. Who was just running his mouth about that? I don't know, Larry Fink, one of the most influential men on the planet. So we now have technology that's going to allow you to tokenize assets and smart contract compatibility on tokenized assets on the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Now, thanks to Lightning Network HTLC cryptography. Now, understand, we didn't create Lightning Network. Lightning Network Labs, they've been in the works for years, but we're using their cryptography to create a program called Simple Contract Language to make this possible. So SCL assets inherit the network's impressive scaling capabilities, rapid transaction fees, and cost efficiency. Simple tokens, staking, real NFTs. You're going to hear more about this in 2024, where now we have NFTs that's not just going to be hosted on another platform, but it's actually embedded into the blockchain itself on the Bitcoin. Take custody of your art with real NFTs by embedding byte data into the UTXOs. True custodial ownership of your assets is meaningful, verifiable, and non-fungible. Batching. Simple contract language allows for hyper-dynamic transacting through clever UTXO management. Pay multiple peers in one swoop, cutting transaction fees and reducing the amount of unspent Bitcoin in your wallet. No need to learn a new language. This is something else that's very important. People say, oh, well, do I have to learn all this new stuff? No, that's the whole point of what they're doing. They've already got the program. Just like a business doesn't need to learn new language using Ethereum. They're using the Ethereum protocol. So here you don't have to learn a new language. Build with familiar coding languages that suit you. SCL allows users to choose which coding language suits them best and doesn't put any unnecessary barriers to entry on creating smart contracts. And this is for developer tools. It's a nerd language for those that are trying to build a business onto the blockchain. Simple contract minting service, contract hosting services, and web-based IDE. Now we're going to go even deeper because I didn't see this until the other day. I click on overview and this pops up, a Dark Fusion investor deck. So let's take a look at this and let's see what we can learn. So abstract, I hope you guys are still with me. Those who are taking this serious. Dark Fusion is a product suite consisting of a smart contract modeling language we call Simple Contract Modeling Language. As I said, if you're familiar with Ethereum, it's like an EVM. This is designed to function on the Bitcoin protocol via the Lightning Network. Using SCL, we have developed the SCL token standard, enabling developers to quickly deploy tokens on the Bitcoin network. That's never happened before. There is no token on the Bitcoin network except Bitcoin until now. Fusion Wallet to easily manage these tokens. Fusion Dex, enabling users to trade these tokens. And the Fusion Explorer to easily view and track transactions, all on the Bitcoin protocol. Dark Fusion is the first significant breakthrough in dApp and token development on the Bitcoin network. Here's the background. Recent shifts in the narrative of blockchains and their currencies have solidified their future presence in our society. XRP recently boasted a legal victory in the US, setting a precedent for future tokens. BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, is expected to launch the first Bitcoin ETF, opening up the asset class to everyday investors in one of the largest markets in the world. However, despite the recurring promises made by over 100 projects and their distributed ledger technologies, few have successfully managed to create a decentralized ledger that ensures. Let me make sure this is big enough so you guys can read with me. Make it bigger. All right. So few have successfully managed to create a decentralized ledger that ensures fast transaction finality and throughput in a reliable and simple to execute way. Solana, and I'm invested in Solana, promised fast settlement times, but has been plagued by outages, prompting its founder's public comment, just an LOL. Its close relationship with the embattled founder of FTX leaves its future in question. And we know where the founder of FTX is right now. Jail. Polygon pioneered a novel way to settle Ethereum-based contracts on its second layer solution, and yet experienced unprecedented gas fee escalation due to its extensive botting. So we're seeing the problems here. They have good ideas, but it's been leading to some problems. Ethereum, despite numerous upgrades, is still woefully underprepared for the next surge in market activity and usage. Fees continue to be prohibitively expensive, and upgrades, while meticulously executed, are slow to roll out, despite the market needing a solution today, not tomorrow. Bitcoin, an old dog, the new frontier. Searching for a new frontier, crypto natives began exploring the use of the Bitcoin ledger as means to recording the ownership of digital collectibles through a project called Ordinals. Bitcoin is the first blockchain and most well-known digital currency, has demonstrated the resilience of its brand recognition. This is demonstrated by its peak market dominance, surging substantially since the DeFi revolution of 2021. We see the Bitcoin blockchain as a mainstay and the next frontier in new contract technologies. That is true, because here's what's going to happen. There's going to be a crypto storm that's going to be coming soon, and it's going to wipe out the crypto space, and the critics are going to run their mouths and say that I told you crypto's dead and gone. That's not going to happen. But these exchanges, in my opinion, 872 exchanges around the world will be down to about 50, and most of those will be decentralized exchanges. And coins, 10,185, in my opinion, will be down to about 500 legitimate tokens and coins in the world when the crypto storm happens. The key is to try to find the exchanges and the projects and tokens and coins that will survive that storm, meaning projects that will have real world value, not just speculation, not just it looks good on paper. It's a good idea. No, that's already being in use. Not only in use now, but will really be in use later. That's why I'm on this project. Some progress has been made to buy Lightning. Wait, let me make sure I'm here. Ordinals, Bitcoin, the first blockchain. Yeah, see a new frontier. Okay. However, despite the oldest blockchain, it has been overlooked by developers as it lacks of native support for decentralized apps, making it difficult to deploy apps on. Some progress has been made by Lightning Network and Taproot, but progress is still slow. There are no decentralized exchanges, tokens, and just a handful of applications running on Bitcoin. So I see opportunity. So the market potential, what's the potential of this market? Well, right now, there is 44 million Ethereum smart contracts. There's only a few on Bitcoin. Transaction throughput, Ethereum, 20 transactions per second. MasterCard, 5,000 transactions per second. Visa, 24,000 transactions per second. But the Lightning Network on Bitcoin, 1 million transactions per second. If that doesn't wake you up, I don't know what will. What about number of wallet addresses? There's currently 240 million Ethereum wallet addresses and 144 million Bitcoin wallet addresses. Number of Lightning nodes that's active, 16,000 that are active, but 0 using our simple contract language, which means since our simple contract language is better, what do you think these active Lightning nodes, what's going to do? It's going to come to here. The future of Bitcoin. With the expected newfound awareness and interest created by the launch of multiple ETFs from the world's largest asset managers, we believe that Bitcoin will remain a dominant distributed ledger technology for the foreseeable future. And it's more than a belief. Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, again, just a few days ago in front of Congress, publicly stated Bitcoin is not a security. So if you're a business trying to tokenize yourself, where's the safe place to go? Ethereum, Solana, Binance, PancakeSwap. What about Bitcoin? Where other distributed ledgers have experienced saturation and fatigue, we believe Bitcoin is still wide open for market share, growth, and expansion. Furthermore, UTXOs offer, and for people that, Brandon, what is a UTXO? I don't understand. A UTXO is basically language that's saying they're tracking the beginning of a transaction, Bitcoin transaction, that wallet, to the end of the transaction and the other wallet is going to, and whatever is being the amount being traded in between. That's this nerd language for that. Second layer solutions to execute instantly and reliably, which cannot be realized in account-based ledgers like Solana, Ethereum, and its EVM analogs. Like I said, EVM is Ethereum's version of what simple contract language is, just not as good. SCL has built on top of that. About us, what's Dark Fusion? Dark Fusion has pioneered the first major breakthrough in years on the Bitcoin blockchain and other UTXO chains. We've created simple contract language, a smart contract modeling language designed for making the development of smart contracts simple and accessible. All right, I got my gardeners out here making a lot of noise. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. So we are making it simple. Through the development of SCL, we are creating the first new developer deployable token standard on the Bitcoin blockchain. Let me repeat that one more time. New developer deployable token standard, which means what's our business? This is business to business, not just a game. Decentralized exchange running on the Bitcoin blockchain. Have you guys heard of Uniswap? Have you heard of PancakeSwap and SushiSwap? Have they not had success? What do you think the first decentralized exchange on the Bitcoin blockchain is going to do? Block Explorer to view and track transactions. So how does SEL work? Leverage UTXOs as single-use cryptographic seals. Allow contracts with updatable states and assets that are bound to UTXOs. Bound assets can be sent to a Lightning Network channel and transferred via HTLC routing. So I'm going to speak a little bit nerd language. For businesses that use Lightning networks, the problem is a lot of them, they have to create a channel to be able to do these transactions off of the Bitcoin blockchain. And they have to create a start date and an end date. And once that ends, it's done. But what if you've got multiple transactions taking place, multiple businesses? It's a little bit difficult for the average business to do. So they hire a third party to try to create that for them on the Lightning Network. What this is doing is already having it built in with the simple contract language using Dark Fusion. So bound assets can be sent to a Lightning Network channel and transferred via HTLC routing, resulting in zero compromises to the cryptographic integrity of the asset. Easily tokenized assets on the BTC Lightning Network and other UTXOs. That's what I need to learn more about. That next development is one thing you're doing it on the Bitcoin, but when you're talking about other UTXOs, you're now talking about being able to have cross-border with other blockchains. I'm curious about learning more about that. The SEL token standard, mint and transfer tokens on any UTXO blockchain. NFTs, true NFT support capabilities by embedding the byte data into the UTXO, meaning when you're transferring, like you're transferring a Bitcoin from one wallet to another, they figured out how to put that NFT program and embed it in the byte data of that transfer. That doesn't happen on Ethereum. Doesn't work that way. Developer friendly. So this is something that can be set up in minutes. They want to become the Steam of the crypto space. Set up in minutes, dev language agnostic, suite of APIs, SDKs, Unity, and Unreal integration, which means any type of business from banking to fintech to games will be able to utilize this technology to build their business. Which means those of us that is smart enough, there should be, I swear, there should be 1,000 people listening to me right now. Now I know why there was broke people during the internet era. People, man, but you can't make everybody understand and take advantage. You just make sure you're doing it. Pay multiple peers in one single transaction, reducing time and fees. That's how you're batching it together. Native staking support. Deploy a staking contract in minutes. Now this isn't for the average person. This is for the businesses. Deployed in minutes. Features. Compatible with Bitcoin Network. This is our wallet here. Layer 1 and 2 compatibility. Chain agnostic smart contracts. Lightning Network integration. And it's open source. Current smart contract technologies. Embedded in its native layer, i.e. single layer, limited by block times. Okay, let me start over again. So I'm going to show you what's being used currently, and then I'm going to show you what the solution Dark Fusion is bringing with simple contract language. So we got currently embedded in its native layer, i.e. single layer, Dark Fusion SEL layer independent, not dependent. Currently limited by block times, which is slow. Dark Fusion, not limited to block times, which makes it fast. Currently limited by block data sizes, it can't scale. Dark Fusion, not limited to block data sizes. Or high-speed internet or streaming service. Currently, data redundant. Every full node has a copy of every smart contract. Well, that's inefficient. Dark Fusion, data is only redundant within the community using that data. So it's efficient. Now you might say, but isn't that defeat the purpose? No, because that information is then sent to the blockchain where everybody will be able to see it later. Currently decentralized, Dark Fusion decentralized. Currently independently verifiable, Dark Fusion independently verifiable. Currently immutable, contracts can't be changed. Dark Fusion, mutable. Contracts are editable. Businesses will love that because businesses change their models over time. I have my own business. My company is going on 2 years this January. I'm changing it up. I have the freedom to see what works, what doesn't work, and mix it up and come up with new ideas. Currently requires learning new specific coding language. Dark Fusion, coding language is agnostic. You don't have to learn anything new. Here's the Fusion DEX, decentralized exchange. A decentralized exchange designed for the Bitcoin blockchain, but compatible with any UTXO-based chain. Fusion DEX leverages SCL token standard to enable new projects to create their tokens and trade them. Familiar AMM design, use of liquidity pools and token swapping atomic, standard fee structure similar to existing decentralized exchanges, can be set by LPs, typically 0.1%. Executing and routing fees paid in DFT token. Oh, so that means I need to have my hands on as many DFT tokens as I can. Swap fees paid in LP currency, built using existing Bitcoin infrastructure, leverages the Lightning Network, designed to be fast settling, and low cost. Validator rewards for staking. Annual validator rewards. Now, this, I can't go, I don't know. I only know what I'm being shown here, so I'm not going to be able to know too much. But validators provide contract hosting and routing services. Get paid based on time of use. Paid by protocol staking rewards plus a small customary tax fee for developers and users. Or transaction fee, I'm sorry. Delegated proof of stake. Token holders can delegate their stake to validators or pools and earn from these rewards. 200 million DFT allocated to protocol staking rewards. Payout over 20 years. What this is telling me, this is not some fly-by-night opportunity. This is not something that's designed to just be here for 6 months. They've got actually a 40-year game plan. 40 years. This is the stuff I look for. Projects that are going to be here in real world use after the crypto storm happens. This is like, who's going to be the next Alibaba, the next Amazon, Google. Liquidity staking. Separate 10 million DFT staking fund to reward liquidity providers that fund DFT BTC liquidity pool on the Dark Fusion DEX. So you got token holders, DFT BTC DEX liquidity pool, DFT staking contract. So that's the LP staking. Token sale, centralized exchange, DFT, user, Bitcoin, Dark Fusion DEX, DFT, liquidity providers, see devs. So we got 3 groups here: the devs, the projects, and the dApps. We got validator fees, platform or decentralized nodes. Now, here's something that, let me open up the app itself. Let me log in. People, I know, they're going to ask, well, how do I get a node? A DFT node? Well, download the app. Because every single app is a validator node. Hold on, I got my thing super secure, so it takes me a minute. So let's just let this log in. Oh, it's my internet service. Come on. There we go. There. Oops. I messed something up here. Hold on. Of course, while I'm doing it live, I messed something up. You guys saw me show yesterday. Validator nodes. Every single app has a validator on it. That's all you need. Now, when we talk about the Vara game tokens, the only way you can stake those is if you have an access key. So there's a difference between the Vara in-game token and the DFT token. Understand the difference. The Vara token is a utility token that's handling all the transactions between in and out, fiat in ramp and off ramp in the projects. The DFT token is a native token to provide liquidity for the decentralized exchange of Fusion, just like Crypto.com has Chronos, Binance has BNB, et cetera, et cetera. Ethereum has Ether, so that's how the DFT token will be. That for the DFT will be like Ether. Use of tokens and NFTs. BFT is a cryptographic token on the Dark Fusion network. It is built natively in SCL and leverages the existing Bitcoin and Lightning network infrastructure. DFT is used for leverages SCL token standard to enable new projects to create their tokens and trade them, which means any new project that comes, just like there's thousands upon thousands upon Ethereum, they have to utilize Ether, even though they may have their own token. Here, they're going to have to utilize DFT, which I hear people say, I wish I could get in on one of those tokens at the beginning. Hello, DFT at the beginning. Familiar AMM design, use of liquidity pools and token swapping atomic. Standard fee structure similar to existing DEXs can be set by LPs, typically 0.3%. Sources of revenue. Validator fees, decentralized exchange swap fees, blockchain as a service, consulting and advisory services. Is there anywhere in here where it says sources of revenue is recruiting? Do you see that anywhere? No. Validator fees, DEX swap fees, blockchain as a service. And that's it for now. So let me stop sharing. Come back here. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope the way I was able to break that down gives you a little bit more understanding. If you want to know the first step, in my opinion, whether you're a gamer, a networker, a crypto bug, or an investor. Oh yeah, I got to share screen again. This is the first thing you're going to want to do. You want to get back to whoever invited you to see this, or you might be watching a recording. Oops, let me put that here. Let's do that again. Okay, share screen. All right. Oh, they're doing some updates right now. You know what? And this is even for you, Marnita. Remember, randomly, I will be hearing dings, bell sound on my computer, and I had no idea where it was coming from until this morning. I noticed that if you look at your notifications on the top right, every time I got a bonus, a ding, a bell sound was happening. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. It's like $930, $930, a ding. And I was like, where's that coming from? All right, so sign up. There's no cost of signing up. And I want to give my man, Mr. Herschel Crow, his flowers here. Herschel has now put himself in the top 3 in the entire company. He got me beat by right now about 3,000 points. He got me beat by 3,000 points. He moved up to number 3. And he's on knocking on the door of number 2. So congratulations to Herschel, but you can sign up for free. But if you're really serious, I mean, you for $100 you can stick your toe in the water. But this is what you're going to want. You're going to want this founder pack for $3,500. It comes with 2 access keys. Now let me put some things in perspective. There used to be a well, it still is out there, called Gala Games a couple of years ago. Their version of this project, they had nodes. Their nodes cost $500 a piece. Today, they're worth more than $90,000 a piece 3 years later. $90,000. The nodes or our access keys right now is $3,000 a piece. Our founders pack, you're getting 2 of them for $3,500. As a bonus, you're also going to get 10,000 Vara in-game tokens. Scratch that, it's actually 16,000. We actually have a value of the Vara game token. You're basically purchasing them at around 17 cents right now. So if you had 16,000 tokens at 17 cents, well, that's what we're getting them for. For $3,500, you got 16,000 tokens. But once you get your app, the value is 30 cents per token. So just by buying this for $3,500, it's worth $4,800 on purchase. Just from making the purchase. Plus, you're getting 2 access keys that's going to help you to have passive income when the players are paying money for the bonds inside of the gaming world. This is limited. There's less than 500 available of these founder packs. I don't know when they're going to pull this down. I strongly urge, if you have not done so, you want to get as many founder packs as you can. Or if you want to make some money, you want to sell as many founder packs as you can so that you can get promoted. How did Herschel get promoted? He's not playing. Let me show you guys an example here. When I look at my team, my right team, the side that Herschel's on, is my inside leg. I don't get any spillover from that leg. But that leg is bigger than my spillover leg in volume, not in team size. Because if you look here, oh wow, we crossed 1,400 members. 1,414 members on our team. Now that's crazy that I've made 6 figures off of that. When we get to 10,000, I would have crossed $1 million. That's not what I want. I want to look at this. So when I look at our team downline, how many members is joining, I've got more members on my left team than my right team. But there's more volume on the right side because the people on the right side, they're buying the founders pack. Now, I love every pack that you get. But if you want to get promoted, you want to sell those founder packs. Look, as I have personally enrolled more people on my right side than my left side, though. But the team is bigger on my left side. But the volume is different. 794,000 on the right, 333,000 on the left. That's a big difference. So if you want to get promoted the fastest, you want to make the most money the fastest, the founders pack. And put people in the best position to win, founders pack. And you get it right in the back office, $3,500 while you can. So with that is it. Let me stop sharing screen, bring it back. The next presentation that I do will be on Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I have a bunch of recorded videos on YouTube if you don't want to wait. But we have not gone viral yet. Nobody knows who we are yet. But as soon as the closer we get to the Bitcoin halving next year, the Dark Fusion DEX keeps getting rolled out more and more. There's going to be a flood coming in. You just want to make sure you're in front of that flood so it pushes you and you're not trying to chase it in a little canoe. trying to chase the flood. You want to be in front of it, and right now is the opportunity to be right in front of it. So that is it. Let me go enjoy the rest of my day. This is supposed to be my day off. I will be back. I'll be doing a public crypto talk tomorrow morning, like normal, and then a presentation on Sunday night. I'm going to be doing that a special way because we're going to have some special VIPs watching that presentation Sunday night. So if you have any, I call them reds, any heavy hitters, big time, and I'm looking for heavy hitters also. I'm looking for people who want to make $1 million. And how you do that? I know the numbers now. I tell a person, 10,000 people on your team can be $1 million. Probably less at the rate this is going. But 10,000 people, because but Herschel's made 6 figures, and I know he ain't got no. I got to look at his numbers. See, maybe 1,000 people. No, not even 1,000 people yet. 10,000 people, you made $1 million. Taking advantage of the volume like we are. So we're about to have a lot of fun. There's going to be in the next showcase, October 15th, which will be rolling out the Battle Royale. They're going to give away 1 million Vara game tokens in the Battle Royale. And we'll have more information on the decks as the next weeks come as well. This is not the time to sit back and see what's happening. Those that will be rewarded the most are those that are actually taking action right now. So shout out to all of you guys that have been getting promoted. Shout out to the new African team that we have in Ghana. Ghana is on fire right now. I see you guys. Michael just got promoted to midshipman, and soon he should be hitting lieutenant commander, and beyond. I want to see who's going to be the first captain in all of Africa. But now is the time to put the foot on the gas. 3 months left in this year. Let's make it count. Take care, everybody. Bitcoin Brandon out. I will play a video again of Mr. Larry Fink from BlackRock. So you realize, and I play this at least 2 or 3 times a day for myself, to remind myself I'm in the right space. Keep moving forward. So Larry Fink on this. Take care, everybody.
Is it true that you're building out a cryptocurrency capability?
Today,
No. I mean, we're looking at it. We're looking at blockchain technologies, and we're looking at all the crypto.
Blockchain isn't crypto. Blockchain is just the underlying technology. Well, don't your clients want crypto exposure?
No, I don't believe any client has sought out crypto exposure.
Really?
Yes.
But at some point they might. Do you need to be prepared?
I don't, at the moment, no. I have not heard from any one client they're looking to buy a cryptocurrency at this time. But right now, I can tell you it worldwide, I have not heard from one client who said, I need to be in this.
BlackRock, the most powerful asset manager in the world with a $10 trillion portfolio, is investing in cryptocurrency.
This is not going to be an easy task. Capital is moving, and it's going to move very rapidly.
I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement.
Do not be fooled. Don't let Larry Fink's friends go on TV and convince you not to buy this time around. While Hillary and friends continue to sow fear, uncertainty, and doubt about crypto into the minds of the general public, BlackRock has been forced to disclose that they're into it.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, Every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. I mean, the transformation, think about it, instantaneous settlement, bonds and stock. No middlemen. We're going to bring down fees even more dramatically. As for me, I don't have to vote on any shares anymore because the beneficial owner will do all the voting.
And by the way, this isn't the first time he's said this. Larry Fink has been getting more and more vocal on this.
This is one of the reasons why I'm focusing on the whole idea of blockchain for securities. I look forward to the day when we could tokenize stocks and bonds, that every stock and every bond we could identify immediately who is the beneficial owner. And this is why we're working on it. And every beneficial owner, from an individual to an institution, have the ability to vote, to democratize every single vote. And that's where we want to take this, and we're leading that effort.
Oh, I actually believe most of the companies are not going to be around. I still believe that. I do believe
because they're now real, they're frauds, they're what?
Well, I mean, think about FTX. I mean, you could look back now. FTX created it. Its failure was it's creating its own token. It was not a DeFi. It wasn't a ledger that was open to the world. It was a closed ledger.
Right.
It was not distributed. So the whole foundation of what crypto is, it's supposed to be a distributed ledger that is across the system.
I want to ask a completely different question for you, Tom, because he's our overall ETF maven here. We have seen a spate of new Bitcoin ETF offerings recently, including from BlackRock. Even though everybody knows the SEC and Gary Gensler is completely hostile to the idea, and everybody said, well, they're going to say no to a Bitcoin ETF, just like they said no to everybody else. But I'm wondering why now? What does BlackRock think they're going to get out of this effort?
You can't get away from your favorite subject here, can you?
People ask me about it, and I don't have an easy answer for it. I always think I'm missing something here.
I think you're right. I think your sniffer
You think
usually
I'm missing
is
something?
No. I think you're onto something. I think your sniffer's always really pretty good, Bob. If BlackRock all of a sudden has filed for a Bitcoin ETF that's not futures based, it's spot Bitcoin, okay? And Gensler said, no way, that's not going to happen. But at the same time, they're bringing together some pretty good partners from a custody standpoint. They've got Bank of New York Mellon. They've got Coinbase.
Right.
They've got an agreement, a surveillance agreement with NASDAQ to help with the security aspect of it. So they're trying to show the SEC that they're putting all the safety provisions in place to give them the confidence, to give them that acceptance of their application. I think the big thing we know, as Gensler said, we're not going to do anything there unless we have the exchanges regulated, and Coinbase is not regulated.
But that's my question. Do you think this is going to change their mind? I can't without the clear regulatory authority, and they're not getting a bill through Congress. So now he's just resorted to essentially suing everybody. He's trying to regulate essentially by filing complaints.
Yeah.
I don't see how this changes.
If anybody can get it done, would you bet against BlackRock?
No.
You know, they're the behemoth, right? They're the.
That's why I'm thinking. I still don't quite get.
Yeah.
How are they going to change his mind?
I mean, if they can partner with Coinbase and say, look, you agree to get regulated, what would that do to your business? Imagine institutional investments, just 1% allocation to Coinbase, and what that would mean. We're talking about a lot of money.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people like you that are saying, is this finally the time? Is it going to happen?
We're going to follow this very carefully, folks, because, again, they're not going to waste their time.
Yeah.
Trust me, BlackRock isn't, if they don't think they have some chance
Sure.
of doing something here.